What's up, everybody? I just got released from a unit and I was going through YouTube and I saw this new 2025 basic training video and I wanted to react to it. I ain't got my computer right now, but I'll react to it here. It takes place in Fort Benning. I went to Fort Leonard Wood, and I would like to give my thoughts on the new basic training and how it differed from me. And if it helps you guys out to give you a grander scheme of things, I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you. So, without further ado, just sit back, get comfortable, and enjoy the video. So here I got the video pulled up. It is recruits going through training at Fort Benning 2025. Like I said, I went to Fort Leonard Wood. My experience was different because it just how it worked out a bit. My command was a bit different. I went through a shark attack, whereas most people don't. I'll explain that further in the video, but it was a little different. It was a lot more old-fashioned per se, and I can compare my experience when I went through basic in 2024 to this year 2025. So without further ado, enjoy the video.
Understood. Fort Benning serves as the primary training ground for the U.S. Army Infantry School, where more than 60,000 soldiers graduate every year after enduring intense training and evaluation. Within the first 72 hours, recruits are issued their full Army uniforms, undergo comprehensive drug testing, and are provided with all essential gear, including boot camp supplies and identification tags.
That is reception. Reception can take place it could be 3 days to over a week long. I was in reception for a week before I was able to ship to basic. They call it crossing the street. You go from your reception company, over to your basic training company. It is where you get everything you are issued. It's where you get your first haircut. Go bald. It's where you get your glasses, your Army issue glasses. It's where you get your uniform. It's where you get your name tags. It's where you get your first initial dog tags. It's where you get your CAC. So yeah, it's an experience because it's very, very boring. And you will sit there for hours upon hours upon hours reading out of a blue book, the Army Combat Issue Blue Book, and it's very boring. But this video don't show too much of the reception part.
Get it up! The shark attack used to be a long-standing tradition in basic training, where drill sergeants aggressively intimidated recruits to instill discipline and test their mental toughness. This tradition was replaced.
The funny thing about those clips is that that's from the show Drill, the Drill TV show. That's not real. That's not real basic training footage.
In 2020, by the first 100 yards, a modern team-building event that enforces discipline through leadership and collaboration, rather than fear or...
If you listen in the background, the drill sergeants are screaming. There's a lot you don't see on camera. They are in fact instilling fear. So yeah, no, I had a shark attack. My commander allowed it, and I didn't even go through the first 100 yards until my first week in basic, when I was in yellow phase, which is essentially reception but in basic. It's a whole thing, but at the end of yellow phase, I did the 100 yards, and when I shipped to basic at the beginning of yellow phase, I had a shark attack. And the 100 yards for me was a bit different. They just set up a pile of stuff, made you do workouts while you brought this pile of stuff around the PT pit, and you had to put it back together back in the PT pit, not pit, the bubble. Yeah, no, it was an experience. Our platoon did not get the 100 yards. That went to second platoon. But yes, they do have 100 yards, but with the shark attack possibly coming back, I do not know if it's going to stay or if it's going to be like how I went through when I classed up to red phase. I don't know what they're going to do now, but I had a shark attack and at 100 yards. These people most likely just had a 100 yards.
intimidation.
I did not get yelled at during the shark attack, thank God. But there was a really skinny kid in my platoon, and Drill Sergeant C ran up on him and accidentally hit him and sent him flying, and it was hilarious.
In their first days of training, recruits memorize the soldier's creed, embrace the Army's core values, and learn the discipline of following orders. It features high and demanding obstacles such as rope climbs, vertical walls, and narrow balance beams that push recruits to overcome fear while developing coordination. Safety is a top priority, with drill sergeants providing constant supervision to ensure that every recruit navigates the course without serious injury.
So when we did a course, we did the team building course, which is a small course, and we did the confidence course. The confidence course was, we did one more, but that one we didn't do much with. But the confidence course had ladders and the ropes and stuff. But one of them called the Jacob's ladder. It is a very tall, looks like the one that they were climbing up, just at the top, higher you go, the more spaced out the poles become. And I'm terrified of heights. I'm the first one to go. And while I was up on the very top of it, they had these wires hanging down, kind of like what they have from like those power lines. And the drill sergeant grabbed those wires and he shook it violently, and it just started shaking back and forth. And I looked right at him. I said, "Drill sergeant, dick move." And he said, "Shut up, trainee, and get down." I got down, and it was a good time. But yeah, no, these courses, they're not the hardest, really. This one looks different than the one I did, but overall I could tell that they're nervous, they're scared, but they're doing it. And the drill sergeants are on you about 100% of the time. So yeah, it is rough.
Medical personnel are strategically stationed and ready to provide immediate care in the event of injuries or emergencies during training exercises. The course includes the infamous Tough 1 obstacle, which is well known for its extreme difficulty and height in tests.
We did not do that because we were not allowed to, because the obstacles were wet and they couldn't risk us falling off.
Frequently experience rope burns and intense muscle fatigue due to the extreme physical effort required to complete each challenge successfully. The full confidence course typically consists of 15 to 20 obstacles.
Yep.
The basic combatives course.
I wanted to get combative certified so bad, and I couldn't because the drill sergeant, who doubled as the combatives instructor, left for sapper school. So we couldn't do this, and I really wanted to get level 1 certified, but we didn't. It's just basic jiu-jitsu though, so it ain't nothing too hard, but it really disappointed me when we couldn't do it, but every other company could.
Is an intensive 40-hour program spread over 5 consecutive days and represents level 1 of the Modern Army Combatives Program, MACP.
Mac.
1990s by the elite 75th Ranger Regiment, and later implemented Army-wide to modernize hand-to-hand combat training across all units. The curriculum emphasizes grappling and clinch work, focusing on gaining control over opponents rather than relying solely on striking techniques. Training incorporates partner drills, pummeling, clinch entries, and positional control exercises, all conducted under close supervision by certified instructors. Recruits learn to achieve dominant ground positions such as mount, guard, and side control, as well as techniques to escape situations. The program includes basic submissions like the rear naked choke and arm bars, emphasizing both control over opponents and strict adherence to safety protocols. Striking techniques are introduced at a foundational level, focusing on open hand strikes, knee strikes, and controlled responses rather than full power blows. Safety equipment, including mouth guards and padded mats, is used during all live exercises to prevent injuries while maintaining realistic training conditions. The course is taught by certified MACP instructors, many of whom have completed Level 2 80-hour training or higher. Combatives training is designed to reinforce key Army warrior tasks, improving readiness,
Sucks I wasn't taught it.
confidence, and soldier survivability in close combat situations. Upon successful completion, soldiers receive a formal certificate.
Okay, as somebody who trained, I don't know why they do whatever that leg punch is. It's rough to me.
Certificate of training from their unit or instructor, officially documenting their mastery of the course.
Cross the moat
It's different. That's different.
and go over the wall.
The team development course typically takes place during Red Phase, within the first 3 weeks of basic combat training or infantry OSUT, and focuses on early team cohesion. The course emphasizes team coordination, problem solving, and non-verbal communication.
It was, for us, it wasn't, no water or anything. It was just in a field. It's different. Our drill sergeants didn't really have too much of a want or an emphasis on it. That's not really what they wanted. They did put the solution on how to do all the courses on the back of the on the sign that tells you what the course is, of the name of it, and nobody in the entire company found it nor looked. It was pretty funny because they pointed it out and they said, "You guys are the most unobservant company we have ever had." Good time.
Under stress, teaching recruits to rely on each other in challenging scenarios. Instructors closely observe and evaluate leadership potential, adaptability, and how effectively soldiers uphold Army values during every exercise and obstacle.
It's not really like that.
Obstacles include physical barriers such as walls, ropes, beams, and mock bridges.
Everybody in the water! Everybody in the water!
Like how you could hear a drill sergeant tell everyone get in the water, and now you could just hear the splashes.
The Leadership Reaction course features 20 lanes, split between 10 dry lanes and 10 wet lanes, used strategically based on weather conditions and training schedules. Each lane presents squads with mission-based scenarios, including building plank bridges, transporting
Okay, this
ammo
was
cans
something-
across
that's
water,
like something we did.
and navigating tunnels or barrel obstacles. Teams follow strict timing rules, including 2 minutes for leader reconnaissance and 12 minutes to execute the task, with penalties for violating boundaries or exceeding the time
Yeah.
limit.
We didn't get punished for exceeding the time limit. We just had to go to the next obstacle.
Roles rotate among team members, ensuring that each soldier has the opportunity to lead the team while others provide support
Yeah.
or observe performance.
Not really. It more or less teaches you how to argue with somebody without knocking them out.
All right.
Teams of 6 to 10 soldiers move through the lanes, with every member taking a turn as the leader, and then
Now-
serving in supportive roles to strengthen unit cohesion. Additional stressors are added
We weren't allowed to stand up on any of our bridges. We'd get yelled at.
through restricted zones, limited gear availability, and distractions from observers to simulate the pressure of real combat situations. To simulate the pressure of real combat situations. The gas chamber exercise is a critical
Gas chamber.
part of basic training, teaching soldiers how to properly operate their M50 gas masks during a simulated chemical attack scenario. The CS gas used in the chamber is chlorobenzalmalonitrile,
Oh, say that word again. I might understand it.
a potent form of tear gas that induces intense burning in the eyes, nose, throat, and skin.
If you had a particularly runny nose that day, you won't have one after this. It's quite clearing. It sucks. It sucks a lot. Seriously, it feels like you're drowning in a pool of pepper spray. It is terrible. Don't suggest it. If you go through basic, you will have to go through it. Just focus on getting it done. If you could be the last one with the gas mask on, like when they say take it off at the end, just take one big deep breath, and you could technically fake it if you can, like, hold your breath and then say and talk while holding your breath, and then squint your eyes a little bit. It doesn't affect you as much, but it will. So you will see somebody in your company, most likely your chaplain. Our chaplain literally sat through 4 different orientations before he walked out. He had no gas mask on. It was insane.
The gas chamber is usually conducted during the 3rd or 4th week of training at facilities like Fort Benning, exposing recruits to controlled but realistic conditions. The primary goal of the gas chamber is to build confidence in the protective capabilities of gas masks.
Now they just popped cans for us. It was literally just, they popped cans and threw it. And it was like a little container. She'd pop a can, drop it, and she'd push it. That's how it was for us.
Soldiers first enter the chamber wearing their masks and perform physical exercises to elevate breathing rates before being exposed to the irritant gas.
It wasn't that bad.
Instructors then require recruits to remove their masks temporarily to teach how to remain calm and controlled
You just basically like squint your eyes real tight and hold your breath.
while experiencing
Our drill sergeant came by a minute to say our last 4 of our social.
discomfort.
Take off your mask! Put it in the bag container! Close your bag container! Put that way Walk in your trash now!
The M50 gas mask, standard issue in the U.S. Army, filters out both particulates and chemical agents, offering approximately 99.97% protection against airborne threats. Exposure to CS gas generally lasts between 20 to 60 seconds, long enough for soldiers to experience its effects and learn to respond calmly under pressure.
The crazy thing is that when you exit the chamber, like we had to walk twice around a PT pit that was on the outside and flap our arms, and it was like you couldn't open, like every time you'd open your eyes, you've already walked halfway around the PT pit, and every single time you try to blink, and it just, your eyes were so gunky and had so much like water, like tears in them, you couldn't open them till like the second lap, and then by the time you're done, you're running into the person in front of you. It was a big PT pit too. Drill sergeant, your patch is messed up.
The drill also tests the proper sealing of the gas mask. If the mask is worn incorrectly, the gas penetrates immediately, causing severe and immediate discomfort.
We had a guy literally curl up on the ground and start screaming because he thought he was going to die. Called him too tall. He was like 6'8". It was crazy.
Although highly uncomfortable, CS gas is non-lethal, and its effects usually subside within 15 to 30 minutes after exiting the chamber environment. Soldiers are advised to flap their arms after leaving the chamber to remove residual gas particles from uniforms
Yeah.
and prevent lingering irritation.
Yeah.
Drinking water immediately after exposure is
No,
discouraged,
yeah.
as it can spread chemical residue in the mouth and throat,
Yeah.
worsening discomfort.
And it can stay on the tip of your Camelback, and you just taste CS gas for the rest of your cycle, and for as long as you have that Camelback.
That way, Providence. That way. Let's go.
They can't see where they're going.
Some recruits may experience mild skin irritation or a slight cough for a few hours after the exercise, but these symptoms typically fade quickly without medical intervention.
It ain't bad.
Let's go. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Keep them closed.
Similar chemical warfare and gas mask training is conducted across all branches of the military,
Yep.
including the Marines, Navy, and Air Force.
I don't think the Coast Guard. You lucky motherfudgers.
On a scale from 1 to 10, I really sucked.
I get that.
A key component of basic
This
training,
sucked. I am
teaching
terrified
soldiers
of
how to
heights. So
safely
this
descend
really
from
sucked.
heights using proper
Yeah.
rope and harness techniques.
And you do climb up a ladder that just.
The U.S.
leads to
Army
nothing.
typically employs rappel towers ranging from 40 to 60 feet,
Yeah.
simulating multi-story buildings or cliff faces,
Yeah.
with advanced sites using
You gotta
towers up to
crawl.
90 feet tall.
They make you crawl. Ah, it's so humiliating. Really.
Soldiers learn Australian rappelling, a face-first descent method that allows full visibility of the landing zone while maintaining control and safety during
We didn't-
descent.
We didn't learn that.
Tower training builds confidence, fosters trust in equipment,
It made me
and
cry.
helps
I'm
soldiers
terrified of
overcome
heights.
fear of heights,
Yeah.
all of which are critical for airborne and infantry operations.
Fucking shut up. I am an engineer. F-Seance on some gangster.
Instructors emphasize proper hand positioning, precise footwork, and controlled descent speed to ensure that recruits are fully prepared before attempting full height rappels.
Yeah, rappels. Yeah, word.
The brake hand is the most crucial element in rappelling, controlling descent speed, and preventing free fall accidents during training exercises.
Yeah.
There's no one up there on lane 1.
Soldiers must master the T-brake position,
I was
which allows
shaking
them to stop mid-descent
violently.
in
People can
emergencies,
notice once I got
providing
down.
an essential safety skill
My commander is getting in his car in front of me. Don't look at me. Okay, he's going away. Cool.
for real-world operations.
Stay close, stay close. All right, now reach around.
Operations.
Stay close, stay close. All right, now reach around.
The rappel tower simulates real-world scenarios such as cliff descents, helicopter insertions, and urban warfare operations. The first descent is often the most challenging, but repeated practice allows recruits to develop confidence
go
and
down
the
a second
speed
time.
required for
I
operational
refuse.
efficiency.
Tiptoeing down the wall.
Soldiers are
I
required
did
to
large
perform
leaps
at least
on the
2
wall. I ain't
rappels,
like that. I was
one
doing
using
large-
the standard backward technique.
When I first went down over the beam, I jumped off. Like I was like this. This is my feet. This is my head, and this is the wall. I jumped off like this and went like that, straight into it.
And another employing the Australian face-first method. Casualty and medic training are fundamental components of
We're in the
both
field
basic
here.
and combat training,
We're definitely in the
ensuring
field.
that soldiers can provide life-saving aid under hostile conditions.
Okay, the slides. They're using the
Soldiers
slides.
learn tactical combat casualty care,
T
focusing
triple
on
C.
treating wounds in high-pressure environments using the March protocol as a guiding framework.
Yeah. Okay, so they already got their
Tourniquet
platoon
application
squad leaders
is
here.
one of the first skills taught,
And then they
as
drive- yeah, the
uncontrolled
slides-
bleeding
those
accounts
things-
for
we had
nearly
one, we set up
60%
one,
of
it was an old one.
combat-related deaths in modern warfare.
Yeah.
Medics train extensively with hemostatic dressings, such as Quick Clot, which can stop severe bleeding within seconds by accelerating the body's natural clotting mechanisms.
Yeah.
So honestly,
I think they're in white phase here.
which one? 413?
Machine gun training teaches soldiers to operate weapons like the M240B, 7.62 millimeter,
Nope.
Low.
and the
Okay.
M249 SAW,
Nope.
both of which provide critical suppressive fire capabilities in
You hardly
combat.
ever even touch those. Seriously. These are like those. That's like special for like OSINT units.
Soldiers are trained in the
Like,
four fundamentals of
that's
marksmanship.
like 12 Bravos, 11 Bravos, MPs. They get to touch the big cool guns. Nobody else does.
Maintaining a steady
one
firing
Bravo,
position,
68
precise
whiskey.
aiming,
You
controlled
guys
breathing,
get sidearm
and a smooth
Screw
trigger
you.
squeeze.
They don't. You don't get
The
to shoot
M4
them. Those guys don't
carbine
get
is
to
the
shoot 'em, but they
primary
don't-
weapon used in
One, I didn't even hold one of those. I did hold one at RSP, but I didn't even get to like I couldn't even functionally use one of those till I got to my unit, and I was supposed to shoot it, except I had to leave AT early due to a family issue. So yeah, no, I wasn't even able to shoot it, but those things are fun. The simulation, like even getting to shoot that thing was fun in the simulation. So
weapon used in U.S. Army rifle training.
yeah,
Versatile 5.56 millimeter
yeah.
gas-operated assault rifle capable of semi-automatic and fully automatic fire.
Ours were old M16s modified and manufactured back into M4s. Oh, those ones sucked.
Zeroing
This-
a rifle involves
this
adjusting
looks-
the sights to ensure
yeah.
bullets consistently hit targets at designated distances, typically starting at 25 meters for basic qualification. Recruits must successfully qualify on the range qualification course, engaging targets from 50 to
The BFAs, like the CCO on top, the BFAs. Why? Why the BFAs? Blank firing adapters, for those who don't know. Why? Okay.
300 meters, while executing various shooting positions and techniques. The Army Marksmanship Badge is awarded at 3 levels: Marksman, Sharpshooter, and Expert. Depending on
Marksman, because I didn't have my glasses. Should have brought those.
the number of targets accurately engaged during qualification.
On Iron Sight, CCO, I got Sharpshooter. My bad.
There you go. There you go.
Rifle training also includes battle drills, such as reacting to enemy fire, reloading under pressure, and moving while engaging.
So they're doing the buddy team live fire right now. I like the narrator. He is saying things that you do go over. One thing I'm noticing is that they're not quite showing the full aspect picture ratio thingy-mabob. They're not showing like what it is like for PT in the morning. The waiting on the range that you do non-freaking stop, man. Like you sit there. We once sat there for 16 hours. The whole 4th platoon did for 16 hours and didn't do nothing. You want to sit down for 16 hours? Join the Army, brother. It's crazy.
Targets to simulate combat
Don't
conditions.
fall asleep though.
Bang, bang.
Bang bang.
I look left.
The M4 carbine has an effective range of approximately 500 meters, making it suitable for both close quarters engagements and mid-range combat scenarios.
Yeah, they're doing buddy team live fire right now.
Rifle maintenance is a critical aspect of training, as soldiers must learn to disassemble, clean, and reassemble
Who's
their
that
weapons
pickup?
to
Why?
ensure reliability under combat conditions. Soldiers also train on shotguns, such as the M500, or M20.
That's way in OSIT. You do not do that in basic. That's that you know.
26 for breaching doors and performing close-range defense during urban warfare scenarios.
Twist. Pull. Frag out!
Dummy grenade. Does it go pop?
Boom.
They don't go pop. Ooh, they don't glass house. They use an actual thing. Oh, that would be a sick photo, but the BFA. Yeah, no, we glassed house. That means we kind of set up some barriers that we used to practice on the ground to act as walls, and we put a big square strap around on the ground. We call it a glass house. You simulate a house by not actually being there. We didn't get to use the actual, I don't know what it was called, but the actual mock buildings because we were too deep into the forge and we were running low on time, so they skipped over this, and that sucks. So we glassed house, but you do get to do stuff like this.
Fort Benning is famously known as the home of the infantry, where every U.S. Army infantry soldier undergoes foundational training before
Slap your mag! Hey, slap that mag!
deployment.
Slap the mag! If you don't slap the mag, you have to slap the mag. If you don't slap the mag, you don't know. It could fall out. You could literally be on the range firing your weapon, and if you don't slap the mag while you change it, like you could fire and it don't work, and you're sitting there like, why doesn't my rifle work? And then you slap the mag, then it works. Slap the mag.
Clear. Next room.
Many soldiers complete both basic training and advanced individual
Okay,
training at
that's
Fort
sweet. I like
Benning
that.
through the
That's-
One Station
okay.
Unit Training, OSUT program,
Okay.
streamlining their path to infantry readiness.
Okay.
Ever been stressed waiting on payday?
No!
To infantry readiness.
And now they're graduating. Okay.
Graduation from basic training
Everyone got
marks a
their-
pivot.
Everyone got their blue infantry ropes that you get automatically because you're infantry. I guess that's cool. I got a castle. Nerds.
Pivotal moment in a recruit's journey, symbolizing
Like 20% of you guys are National Guard. Sarn, why you... That had to have been a reclass. Someone had to have classed the infantry. There's no way. No, you have the fuzzy private, the private first class, and the sergeant. They probably called him Sergeant. They probably had some sort of nickname. Are those wings? I can't tell. If those are wings, man, why are you there, Sergeant? Find a better place to go.
qualified soldier ready to serve.
Sounds like an infantry corps.
The National Infantry
Specialist.
Museum at Fort Benning serves as the ceremonial venue for
You don't have a rope?
graduation,
Oh, you do.
providing a historic backdrop that highlights the heritage of the infantry.
Okay.
Graduates are awarded the Infantry Blue Cord during the ceremony,
Yeah.
a symbol of their completion of rigorous infantry training and readiness for service.
Rigorous. You're essentially in the field nonstop. Rigorous, my bum.
Sir, the infantrymen of Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment are fully trained and prepared to take their places in infantry units around the world.
Senior military leaders and guest
Right,
speakers
friend.
deliver addresses, honoring the accomplishments and dedication
Right,
of the
right,
newly
infantry.
minted
Right.
infantry soldiers.
Whoa. Whoa there. That's out of step, alright. No, we were terrible. We didn't do no DNC at all in basic. It was terrible.
Graduation ceremonies are typically scheduled in the morning to accommodate family attendance and the operational schedules of military personnel. Photographers and videographers document the event, capturing the moment for both.
So a lot of times it's people, like, if your family, a lot of people don't have family come in during family day, and it's sad. And these are the first times you get to see their family. It's crazy, but yeah, I understand exactly how a lot of these guys feel.
Both the Army archives and the soldiers' families to preserve memories.
It's sad.
Graduates wear either the Army service uniform
Hello?
or the Army combat uniform, depending on the nature and formality of the ceremony being conducted.
Yeah.
At Fort Benning, basic combat training lasts roughly 10 weeks, giving new recruits an intense introduction to Army life. For those entering infantry or armor, one station unit training stretches from 14 to 22 weeks, blending basic and advanced combat skills tailored to each soldier's specialty.
All right.
If you're enjoying this,
All right. So that was Basic Training 2025 in Fort Benning. The video is pretty accurate to what you will be doing in basic. Now things are changing with I think the Secretary of Defense or the Army. I don't know who that guy is. Things are changing, so it may be a little different, but overall that is essentially what goes down. I liked it. Let me know if you guys liked the video. If I find anything else out there, I'll make sure to react to that for you guys, and y'all have a good one.